Everyone is using Claude. People have moved from ChatGPT to Claude for all their works, be it reasoning, cowork, code, and I have been using Claude personally and paying Claude like monthly subscription from past 1 year. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how can you use Claude better, what all new features are there in the Claude, and how can you use different parts, be it reasoning, be it Claude Code, be it Cowork. And if you're a beginner, it is a beginner friendly video. All of you can watch it. There's no prerequisite necessary, and I'll show you different models, how these perform, and how can you do different tasks. Also, I'll talk about how can you make yourself more efficient while prompting on Claude. So without any further ado, let's get started. So I'm there on my screen. You can see this is the Claude interface, in which first there's a chat box in which you can type any of the questions that you have or anything that you want to talk about, or you want to start something. This is the part which is specifically dedicated to code. If you are doing some coding tasks, you can click on this code part, and this is chat and this is Cowork. So Cowork is basically if you want to automate something, you want to start a trigger, you want Claude to handle your tasks individually on its own, then you can use Claude Cowork. But we'll figure out and we'll see all of these parts together. First of all is models, right? You can select your models from here. Currently you can see Fable 5 High is selected here. Now it's not a part of the subscription, but you can get it on additional money that you provide. But you can see you can pick all these topics, all these models from here. These are the three most popular models. One is Opus, then is Sonnet, then is Haiku. So Opus 4.8, if you are looking out for complex tasks and it's most power heavy, or you can say tokens heavy model, it will consume a lot of tokens. But if you're doing coding or if you're doing some long range tasks, then Opus 4.8 is good. Sonnet 5 is good for everyday tasks. If you want to chat, if you want to ask something, if you want to do some research, this is good. Haiku 4.5 is a lighter model. It can give you quick answers, but you can't do heavy lifting with Haiku. Efforts also you can pick, like if you want to choose the model and you want to pick up low effort, so it will consume less of your tokens. If you pick up medium, it will consume more of your tokens. It will take high of your tokens. And there are some more models also which are not that great now, but initially Opus 4.6, 4.7, Sonnet 4.6, people used to use that, but now the latest version is what people are using it. So if you wanna give a prompt, right? If let's test on reasoning. So Claude is very famous for reasoning. So let me give it a very common problem statement. And for giving that problem statement, I'm not typing in, right? If I'll type something, for example, what is the scenario? It'll take a lot of time, but I have a special tool. I've talked about it before as well. That is Whisper Flow. So I can simply dictate and it will be typed therein very quickly and very accurately. It understands my context, it removes any redundant words. Let me show you how without even telling it. I'm just giving it a prompt. Let's see. So I'm building a food delivery app for tier 2 Indian cities. 50,000 orders a day. Riders phones lose network constantly and consumer need live orders tracking. Before writing any code, compare Postgres plus polling versus WebSockets versus an offline first sync approach. Pick one for a small 2% team, defend your choice, and then show me the data model. So I've given this prompt and it has typed in everything, right? So, and I've also asked it to, before writing any code, compare. So it has given me these in bullet points. So this is how it has exactly given that prompt, and I've just spoken it. It just took me like 20 seconds. Else if I would have typed it, it would have taken me 1 minute or more. But there are so many other features. I'll show you in Claude Code also, like how you use Whisper Flow. I'll click on send and see what is it gives me. I'm currently using Fable 5 Low. Maybe I'll show you the same response on Sonnet also. Now it's thinking about the architecture trade-offs. So what the best part about Claude is it debates about among itself, like if this is right or that is right, and then gives you the correct answer. So it has thought of, it has weighted architectural trade-offs, advanced programmatic simplicity over complexity for a small 2% team handling this is you will see the thought process, right? So good constraint set, let me work through it. So it is assuming 2% people, scale reality check first, 50,000 orders a day, Postgres plus polling, WebSockets, full offline first sync, and its pick is Postgres plus polling with thin offline QA in order in the rider app. It's also given me the code set and key design decisions baked in. So let me give the same prompt to, let's say, I don't think there's gonna be any difference. So Fable 5 is to be used for very high very much efficient task, something on the sidelines of my thoughts. But let me pick Opus 4.8 and give the same prompt. So now you can see this is how the thought process of Sonnet 4.8 has been. It has also given me the same answer, given me the code. So all of this is happening, and now it's asking if I would want a diagram of the event flow to make it more useful. I can get the diagram also. But yeah, before that, let me pick some more stuff. So when I say Cowork, right, I can ask it for a daily briefing, or I can ask it to organize my inbox, so I can customize Cowork for me. So let's say if I give this prompt, schedule a daily briefing that reaches me every morning before I start. Ask what the sources of the briefing should be. It can be today's calendar, anything urgent in my mail, messages I've been tagged on, and news I follow. Confirm my time zone and what includes. If you cannot see my email or calendar, clarify which apps I have and then help me connect with them. Now I'll give it a prompt myself, again using Whisperflow. So help me set a reminder every morning at 9 a.m. that I should get an email for all the things that have happened in AI in the last 12 hours from that time. Send this to me in an email format, bifurcated. There should be no AI slop. It should be very minimal, and it should be written in very simple terms so that I can understand it well. And let me know what content should I create that day on the news that you gather. So this is what is the task that I've given it. Let me just send it and see if it is able to do that. So you can see this is Claude Cowork. It's working. You can see this is the progress that I can see here. I can see the working folder. I can see context. So all of these three things you can see here. So it is thinking. Let's see how much time it is using a skill. It has used a skill. It is running that skill. So the skill is scheduling. So it is scheduling this for me. Then it is launching another skill. It's asking a question. Now this is clarifying questions from me that what I want, is it good or no? How should the two sections of the digest be split? Big news versus smaller updates, product launches versus research, global versus India specific. So let's say I would say global versus India specific. What kind of content do you create? This shapes the daily content ideas. LinkedIn posts, Twitter, videos. Gmail is connected, but I can only create drafts, not send. How should you receive the digest? Gmail draft to yourself, in app result only. So I'll say Gmail draft to myself. So now it will automatically create this trigger for me. All the AI news that's happening all around the world, I can get that trigger on my Gmail as a draft message every morning at 9 a.m. and I can create content on those topics. So it is creating a scheduled task. This is a task that's there. So it's asking me to schedule. So this is the exact prompt that is chosen. Create a daily AI news digest for AI and deliver it as a Gmail draft address to ashkol98@gmail.com. Use web search to find AI news from last 12 hours. Write digest emails with subject AI digest. Minimal, no filter, no M dashes, no rule 3 constructions, short sentences. Create an email group with email create and success a Gmail draft exists. So this is creating a scheduled task, and this is how this Claude Cowork works. And you can do a lot of different stuff here. And also one more thing is there is, if you go to settings, there's something special in the general settings wherein you can choose computer use also, right? I'll show you where you'll get that computer use. So this is desktop, and herein you can give access to computer use to Claude so that it can take decisions on your behalf and do a lot of stuff for you. Now I have enabled computer use here. I'll show you what computer use can do. While this is happening, I can click on a new task that's happening, and all your tasks you can see in the recents folder here. I'll just ask open google.com on Chrome. So why I'm typing, I should just speak it using Whisperflow. Open google.com on Chrome and search for all the latest news in India in the past 24 hours. Let's see if it's able to do that. So it's activating browser automation to orchestrate Chrome search. It is asking me for some permissions. I can allow. And now I have this Chrome tab opened automatically, and it has searched for me, right? Let me give it some more tasks. open my GitHub profile and pick the latest PR that I have done and see if the code changes were good to go. So let's see if it's able to do that. So it's not able to access external accounts. I need to give access to my GitHub for it to extend it. So it's opening GitHub automatically. It has opened my GitHub, and then it will automatically do stuff on my GitHub. So you can see it's automatically handling. Maybe it'll try opening some a repo or something that I've worked on last. So now I've given permissions, so it's automatically picking up stuff. So this is the thing that I would have been working on, and it is now checking. So I'm not doing anything, it's automatically picking up stuff and doing. So this is Claude computer use. Apart from that, let's come on to Claude Code, and I can give another application. Let's see if it's able to do that. Let me give another prompt. If I want to use Claude Code, you don't need to know any coding. It will do automatically. It will code automatically for you. You can push that stuff on GitHub on your own, and you can get things going. I'll give it a common example. I'll give it one prompt again using Whisperflow. I'll say build me a trip planner as an interactive artifact. Stages includes ideas shortlisted, booked, packed, done. Each item is a card with place name, estimated budget in rupees, category like flight, hotel, or activity and date. Drag and drop between stages, total trip cost at the top counting only booked items, red flag on any card dated within 5 days that isn't booked yet, dark theme. So I've given it a prompt, what exactly I want in my website. So Claude now has a browser also. So it is asking me for permissions. I am using the scale artifact design. So it is designing this artifact. So you can see the tokens being consumed and which model I'm using. I'm using Sonnet 5 and high effort. But yeah, in the meantime, this is happening. Let me start a new task and maybe give it another prompt and see if at all Whisperflow is actually useful. I'll simply try and ask, okay, so I need like a workout plan for 4 days a week. No, wait, actually make it 5 days, gym plus 1 cardio day. And I want each day to have like 5 exercises, and yeah, keep sessions under 1 hour. So now there were so many different things, so many and pauses in between, and this is the thing that you have, right? I need a workout plan for 5 days, gym plus 1 cardio day. It understood the context, it removed everything that was not necessary, and I have this in front of me. This is so smooth, right? How easy it can be to do with Whisperflow. Now let me, for example, building muscle, beginner. It's asking me a few counter questions. These are some of the tasks that are happening. So it is opening my GitHub. This is the AI News Digest. This is the stuff happening in Claude Code. This is creating my scheduled task. And in code, this is the activity that's happening. So it's creating the artifact. So you can see how this artifact is being created. I'll come back once it's completed and I'll showcase it to you then. Now I'll maybe try some English thing with Whisperflow. Claude एक quick 30-second script बना दे on why morning routines matter. Hook English में हो, बाकी English और casual tone. So it's able to understand Hindi and English together, and I can see it on my screen. So you can search for a lot of other stuff also. Let's see. Yep, we are there. So Claude has given me this website exactly the way I wanted. I have ideas shortlisted, booked, packed, and flights available, hotels available, activity, the total amount, booking, spend, that is it. So I was just creating an artifact, but you can create a full website, a lot of different things with Claude. So these are different parts of Claude. Apart from this, like if you are new, you can look out for projects. You can create a project, and that project you can automate. For example, if you want to create a project that can create reels for you or that can create scripts for you. So for example, if you want to create a new project, I'll say Arsh Instagram scripts. try what you're trying to achieve. This will help me write scripts for my Instagram reels based upon the type of content that I create and the tone and the kind of narrative that I want to talk about in AI and engineering. So this is the project that will be created and I can do a lot of stuff. So now I can train my stuff. So it has memory, it has instructions, it has context. So if I have like, let's say 30 scripts already written, I can give context of these 30 scripts here, and then I can ask it to write Instagram scripts for me. And now this project has context of what I exactly want. Now it will be able to do that for me. So it will have some memory, it will have some, like if I want some instructions, like the length of the script should be 60 seconds. One, there should be no M dashes or there should be no AI generated AI slop type content. Make sure it is more human generated, human friendly, and the hook should be very subtle. So I've given these instructions for writing my scripts. I'll save these instructions here. Context, let's say I'll supply like 50 documents and it is trained on those documents. It will be able to write scripts the way I want it to write. So these are the projects you can create, and there can be so many different examples of projects that you can do with your Claude. Then if you want to have some scheduled tasks, so the task that we are running, it's still getting scheduled. You can schedule your tasks. You can dispatch one conversation from anywhere. You can start this, you can pair your phone and you can use the same from your phone also. And now they have also launched Claude Design. So Claude Design has also been really, really good. You can design your mobile apps, you can design slide decks, you can design UI mockups. If I want to have a pitch deck, right? So let's say there's the protests are happening in India for NEET examination. I want a pitch deck to present it to the government on why this is right and what should they do. So let me just type a prompt and see what is the kind of pitch deck that it gives me. So I'm one of the supporters who is supporting the NEET examination leak and against the government, and I want to present a deck to the government on why the kind of way they have been dealing with it and the NEET examination flows that have not been good, what all they should do, what all has happened, and my advice to the government in a presentation. I've given a very rough prompt. Let's see what this is the model, this design system. I can pick a design system, what kind of presentation I need. I can choose a template. If there's any template I want slides. Let me pick up a design system and I click here. I can get very cool slides in very, very less time with Claude Design. And it's not just for slides, but design mockups, UIs, and everything and anything. NEET exam leak presentation, a few details. Who is this presented to? Ministry of Education. How long is the presentation? Let's say 5 minutes. Tone firm but respectfully political policy critique. NEET UG examination leak. What are the top specific demands? Research for me. Decide for me. So maybe I've picked some things and I've clicked on continue. So it has asked me for all the context that I need, and your presentation will be ready in like couple of minutes. So this is how cool it is, right? So you can use Claude Design also, and once you click on this and settings, there are so many other things in terms of account privacy, billing capabilities. Once you click on capabilities, you can search for tool access mode, which all tools can you connect with it, connector search, switch models when message is flagged, right? If you when a safety message flags a message, for example, if you are looking out for a task that is not legal in your country, it will automatically flag and it will move to another model, right? So Fable controversy, you all know. Cowork, if at all you want to have some files for your Cowork, it can be done. Claude in your Chrome, you can have an extension that will do a lot of stuff in your Chrome. General things like if you want to set up, if you want to have a browser, if you want to deny some of the apps who should not interact with Claude or enable computer use, unhide apps, you can do that. There are so many extensions that you can add. You can browse for extensions for Claude, be it Control Chrome or Epify or Word, Desktop Commander, PDF tools, and developer centric content also. There are so many skills that you can create. I have like 3 skills here. Humanizer, that helps me write content in more human way. Morning skills, skill creator. There are so many connectors that you can look at. You can have your Gmail connector, Gamma connector. So the Gamma connector, basically, if I'll say create me a presentation inside Claude, it will go to Gamma and it will create it for me. Gmail, if I want to draft an email and I'll tell it to send it to somebody, it can do it from my browser only, from my Claude chat only. Notion, if I want to connect Notion, and there are so many other things that you can connect, right? These are the connected ones. There are so many that are not connected. The plugins, you can browse for different plugins for Anthropic. You can filter for these: design, productivity, plugin, marketing, like any domain that you are in, and all of them are available here. Uh, that's more about it. So this is the Claude Code thing, but Claude Code has been very helpful. I've been using it for a lot of production work, a lot of my side projects, a lot of other things also. Not just this, but you can access Claude Code on CLI also, and that is also very helpful. Within your CLI, you can integrate with your GitHub, and you can push changes directly. I've shown it to you on the UI, but everything is possible here, right? So this is the entire tutorial on Claude. Let me know in the comments below, what do you want on my channel next, and I'll be super helpful to create that for you. If you want any specific part I should cover it in detail, let's say Claude Cowork or Claude Code, I can do that. But this was an overall video giving you a viewpoint of what Claude actually looks like and how you should start working with Claude. Thank you so much, and make sure you use Whisperflow. The link for Whisperflow would be in the description. You will get 2 months of free Whisperflow with this link. Make sure, try it out. It is gonna save you a lot of time. Thank you so much. This was all for this particular video. See you in another video very soon.